Gun Game Reviews.
Are you gonna take care of my uncle? And if anything happens to him, I'm holding
Hello,
you personally
police?
responsible.
Oh, thank God.
Be clear.
Okay, okay.
Where have you been?
Stuck in traffic. It's Hong Kong.
Fuck, Raymond. You think showing up for these things is easy for me?
I know you've been through a lot, boy. More than we have any right to ask. Now the wedding.
It was a massacre, Raymond. A massacre. Winston was a red pole, sure, but his wife, they fucking gunned down his wife on her wedding day.
We knew you would become personally attached, Wei. It's inevitable in an operation like this. And seeing something like that would be hard. Hard for anyone.
It's war now.
No, it's not. You're a cop, all right? Your job is to enforce the law. You can't remember that? I'll pull you out right now.
Pull me out.
Your job was to get close to Winston. Now, that's not much of a strategy anymore.
Get close to. Open your eyes, Raymond. I am Winston now. With him gone, I'll be taking his place. You want the chairman? I report to him now. You want the red poles? I'm one of them.
That's what worries me, Wei. You're one of them.
You want to give up the best undercover HKPD has ever had? Your best shot taking down the Sun On Yi? Exactly. We done?
Yeah, we're done.
Bibio, followed by the psychedelic trippy track called Ancestors from Gonja Sufi, rounded off with Gangbang by Flying Lotus.
Wait! Oh, Gaia, you gotta help me!
Holy shit, he's Wei!
That looked nasty. You okay?
Let's get the other.
Never mind, Dad. You have to help me. What do you need? Get a car and get us the hell out of here. Oh, Gaia. That's them.
Hey, what's
They've
up? This
seen
is
us.
Scott from Good Game Reviews. I'm here to tell you a little bit about Sleeping Dogs, which is the latest release on Xbox, PlayStation and PC. It's an open world game based in Hong Kong. It's actually a fictional representation of Hong Kong. But as you see as we drive around the city, it's very well done. It looks very authentic. The neon signs, the small alleyways, the open highways, all feel very, very good. The locals in the game, which can generally make or break how real a city feels, are all very well involved in day-to-day business. They try and sell you their wares. They shout at you as you walk across the street. People talk about things that have happened in the story as you play, which all add an element of sort of, I guess, realism as you're playing. The game itself is made up of three main mechanics: the driving, combat, and shooting. Sort of set pieces, I guess, is where the game is made or broken. Driving, as you've just seen, is a huge amount of fun. It's a lot more arcade based than anything else, so you're drifting around corners at ridiculously high speed. You've got sort of ramming mechanisms where you can barge your opponents and enemies off the road. So that, that's a good basis for any game where you're travelling around a city. The combat is probably the major element of this game. I'm sure if you saw any of the build up to this, it's probably hard to miss it. There was an awful lot that came out on various channels. George St. Pierre, a UFC fighter, lent his skills to the production of this. It's probably paid off. The combat is very similar to that in the Batman game, so if you've played those, you may well feel like you've played it or seen it before. There is an added element of the environmental sort of attacks that you've seen already in this, and there's another one sort of throwing people off various things and through things and slamming their heads in car doors. They add an exciting element to the combat. However, they can become a bit samey if you're fighting group of enemies and there's say two or three telephone boxes, you do the same move through each one of those telephone boxes, which can be a bit comical, but you know, it adds an exciting element to it. The combat itself feels an awful lot like the old kung fu films, where enemies will wait before they make their attack, which you know, is quite good fun. It's you know, it certainly feels like they've put an awful lot of effort into it. The animation is very good, and you know, some of the attacks are pretty impressive, where you sort of break people's sort of legs, and that can cause your opponents to flee, because they obviously don't want that happening to them. The last element of the game is the gunfights. They thankfully are few and far between, because guns aren't particularly common in Hong Kong, as you're told in the story. The gun fighting mechanisms we've certainly seen before. It's cover based. You know, it's okay. It is what it is. You know, as you see here, it's sort of get in cover, fill your opponent full of lead, and then move on to the next one. It can be quite good. There are some sort of interesting, I guess, Max Payne-esque slow down as you leap out of cover. You can slow down the camera. That's actually one of the perks that you can unlock as you level up. There's a sort of leveling system which is based on your police rating, your triad rating, and then your face, which I guess is your notoriety. It's sort of the how wary people are of you and how much they respect you. Lots of other things to do. There's lots of collectibles in the world. You can buy various pieces of clothing which gives you bonuses, but also can just look quite comical. I was running around as a monk earlier, that sort of thing. The game itself is, I guess, a jack of all trades. It does an awful lot of things very well, but certainly we've seen better in each area, I think, if I'm honest. I would recommend playing it. It's you know, the story, although I feel like I've maybe seen the story before in various guises, it's you know, it is interesting. It makes you want to play towards the end, so you know, to the end, so you know how it turns out. But you know, there's no major surprises there. But a good game, certainly worth a try if you're into this, and if you like your kung fu films. You know, it's sort of an interactive version of that, which is good fun.
Good game reviewers.